Mic check. 1, 2. Mic check. 1, 2. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? It is 9 a.m. on the East Coast. It is, oh boy, I guess it's 6 a.m. on the West Coast. So shout out to everybody that's here. Let me bring that over there. Let me drop that down. Let me take the sweet, need to taste the sweet nectar of victory. Ah. But what is going on, people? What's happening? What is happening? Let's go back to the top here. Yo, yo, yo. What is going on? What is happening there at Dribble Piss? How are you doing? Shout out to you, my brother. All the members that are here. Ice Queen Gaming. How are you doing? Paul G. What is happening? What is going on out there? Shout out to Link and Corey Massey. Oh, man. We got a Logical Sense here. Oh, Lincoln Clay. What's going on, my man? Lincoln Clay in the building. Oh, man. He's up early. Let's see here. Who else we got there? Sam Ash, Logical Nonsense. The Almighty Spartan God. How are you doing? Corey Massey says Ghost has so many missions. Yeah, you know what? I'm still playing Assassin's Creed. I played the first Ghost mission. I went and rescued your uncle or something like that. I did that mission. Then I started playing more Assassin's Creed because I forgot I had the DLC on there, and I've been playing that. And so I'm trying to go to Atlantis, not just find it, but go there. Let's see here. Eric, what's going on? Eric, looks like everybody teams reported. Some players are opting out, but looks like training camp is going full fledged this morning. I think it's this morning. So yeah, BJ Holman, what's happening? Social joins and Loan to Wonder. What's going on? Well, I want to give a shout out to all the newest subs. Big shout out to all the new subs. Certainly hope that yeah, you're enjoying the content. For all the new subs, I try to podcast between 9 a.m. and 10 a.m. That's just let's see here, and that's just kind of my little slot there. I've come to love, I should say. And oh, got a new member, I see. Shout out to you there, the Loan to Wonder. Thank you. He is on the majestic level, and I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, that majestic level is got a few people in there, but shout out to you, Lone Wonder. I appreciate you joining us and supporting the podcast. And hit that like button, people. Gotta pay your fee to get here. Let's get it going now. Hit that like button, share the video out with all your friends and family, and you know, your baby mama and your baby's mama and your baby daddy. So yeah, but shout out to Lone Wonder. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I want to also give a big shout out to yeah, all the members welcome him. Yeah, appreciate that, Dribble Piss. Ice Queen and Paul G. Go make sure you're welcome the newest one into the fold there. Everybody's appreciated. So but at the end of the day, I want to give a big shout out here to Marlin Gaming Nation. He did some really good podcasts on Thursday and Friday. I heard him. I haven't been able to listen to the one he did yesterday yet. Let's see here. Also give a big shout out to RGT. The Big Cloud Gaming and the crew had Hip Hop Gamer on yesterday. Everybody needs to go and check that on out. That was a good podcast. They talked about excuse me, a bunch of things on the PS5 that are coming up. What I did over the last 2 days, actually, I'll say over the last week, is I went back over Twitter just to see some of the Twitter timelines, and I noticed something, and so let's go ahead and get into it. I noticed something, but we're going to talk about what the podcast is about today, and that is This is a Q&A about, I mean, because we're roughly anywhere from 100, because it's August 1st, by the way. My birthday is coming up in 22 days. So I need to flip my calendar. But what are, it just dawned on me. We have August, we have September, October, and in November the consoles will be here. So we're about 120 plus days away from both these consoles coming out. And what I have noticed is that the Xbox community, the same cats that were talking about 52 CUs and all these multi-plats are going to look and run better on that console and 12 T flops. They are no longer talking about that. I'm talking about the Tim Dogs, the post ups, the D batches. I mean, again, I'm not, and look, I'm not talking negative on them. I'm simply saying that they're done. They have given up. I just saw Post Up had something out about Xbox going into China because China has 7 million or 7 billion people. It's something like that. All these people gaming and they don't want to pay for nothing. And so Halo multiplayer is free to play now, like Fortnite, like Rocket League. So that game has been reduced to a free to play multiplayer and a t-shirt. That is their, and let me make this clear. Halo is Microsoft's flagship game. Make no mistake about it. Okay? Master Chief was on the side of, at least in my city, was on the side of Best Buy for Halo 3. And it was a giant poster spread across Best Buy on the front of the building that said, "Finish the fight." Okay? A guy walked around in a Master Chief outfit in Hollywood for 3 straight days, shopping Halo movie scripts at different studios. Yes, that includes Sony. So, yeah, it's amazing where things are. So I want to know. This podcast is more about what you guys are expecting out of the next generation. This is what you're expecting. Now, I mean, you can speculate. I don't do the speculation game a shit ton, but why the hell not? I mean, it's a good day. It's victory. This console war is over. I'll shout out to King Thrash. Everybody go check out King Thrash and the Roundtable when they can. So, what's good with you there, T Easy 83? So, but yeah, I thought, yeah, I agree with you, Corey Massey. I never thought I would see the day when Master Chief would be a meme and Halo multiplayer would be free. That's where we are, and that meme T-shirt is out. It's out. You can buy it for $23 on Teespring. You can buy it for $23. So, and what they have embraced, based on what I am reading, and this is the way I'm interpreting it, and this is just my interpretation. If you really look at it, what they have decided to do is take a bunch of AA games, which is what they got, and then try to and put them in Game Pass. And they're now trying to defend Game Pass, and it is disgusting. When you go back to where things were, go back to 2014. Nobody was talking about this. They're talking about Grounded on Twitch. How many people are playing Grounded on Twitch? I mean, are you kidding me? The fact that they're talking about Twitch means that's total retreat. That's defeat. Okay? Total defeat. The console war is over. So I want to start talking more about the games and stuff like that. The more you talk about, well, somebody said this, or this podcast said that, these people were lying. You actually give them power, and you actually help out the YouTube algorithm. It will send more people over to that podcast, whether you know it or not. So, yeah, Nick, I said that the other day, and I agree with you. If they're going to let Microsoft get away with bastardizing Halo the way they did it, they'll do what are they going to do to the other games like Gears and all that? The Gears game eventually is going to be it's going to be more like Halo. Halo is it's their version of what's the name of that horrible game that everybody's playing? Destiny. I mean, Destiny is trash, but at the end of the day, that's what Halo is. So it is what it is. So yeah, what's up? All day is good. Hit that like button, people. Pay your fare to get in here. So, but it was the end. I mean, instead of going back and forth with them, I was looking at it like there's nothing else. There's nothing left to talk about with them. Nothing. Shout out to King Thrash. Um, you know, uh, Ice Queen says Sony did a better show than what Microsoft did. I don't disagree with that. I think both shows should have had more gameplay. I'm on record saying that, but I thought Sony show was better. I mean, you still have people, Corey, commenting on why was it 1080p 30, and the reason why was because they went more with the cinematic. They wanted you to see the cinematics of what they were doing. And it's the same reason that that game called Cyberpunk that everybody's excited about. The last stream they did was 1080p 30. People can go look that up. So yeah, it is what it is. We can talk about the fact that Insomniac says that Malva is half the length of Spider-Man. That's fine. Yeah, we can talk about the game. That's what I want to talk about. And again, there's now how long was Spider-Man? That's the whole thing. Was Spider-Man like 20 hours long or 25 hours long or something like that? I mean, just asking. But no, the fact that they're on record as developers and they said it's that's what we go by. What you saw is one, Microsoft does not believe in generations, so neither does their fan base. And number two, they're in order for them to play the Miles Morales Spider-Man game, they're gonna have to go out and buy a PS5, and they did not want to do that. Okay, so they complained about it. That's what you saw. That's all that was about. Let's not make it harder than it has to be when it's easy. Okay, 2 plus 2 equals 4. Let's not make it hard. All right. So if the sky is blue, let's not make that hard. Hey, the sky is blue. But what you saw with some people is, and they're trying to use it as a slam card. But yeah, drop a link on that on how Insomniac said it was half the length. I mean, again, I didn't know. I've been at work, and when I got home yesterday, all I wanted to do was rest. So I mean, we getting our tails kicked. So, but yeah, they're in full. Shout out to J Tech. He brought this up, I think, last week. Last week he had a podcast called I forgot. I think it was called the Xbox Guys Are Afraid of PS. It was something like that. It was something on those lines. That was the name of it. And you all can go check that out and check out J Tech's content. Need another banner. I need something in the background that symbolizes victory. And because the Thanos, you saw that they got that Infinity Gauntlet up there. We were at war with these guys, and that's over. We have won the Infinity War is over. We won, and so it's time to move the conversation, as I like to say. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. It's time to move the conversation forward. Mm. Ah, I mean, we'll look up all the stuff that's come to light. Lisa Sue came out the other day at an earnings meeting for AMD. Earnings meeting. And she was talking about how RDNA 2 is in both PS5 and Xbox Series X. So again, and AMD stock shot up after she announced that. So now again you have the CEO once again talking about this. It's a dead issue. You had Jack Reacher coming to the conclusion that there's going to more than likely be some RDNA features in the PlayStation 5. It's all this coming to fruition. You got Post Up and Tim Dog. They're all talking. None of them talking power anymore. Okay, let's just make it clear. They are no longer talking power in 52 compute units. They are talking about grounded and how many people are streaming games on Twitch. That's how trash. That's how bad it's gotten. Okay, like I said before, they're talking about grounded and user engagement on Twitch, and their top game, Halo, is now a meme on a damn t-shirt. It's over. It is over. So it says 32 hours, so 16 hours. Okay. All right, wait a minute. It says if you look up how long to beat the Spider-Man PS4, listed as 16 hours main quest. Oh, okay. So 16 hours. So it's going to be about 8 to 10 hours is what we're looking at, give or take. Give or take. So yeah, I need to get BitCloud, see if you can make me another overlay because this is over. I mean, I will start covering the Nintendo Switch. I think I'm going to order one for my birthday. So I appreciate the link, Corey Massey. Um, yeah, all day is good. You can expect nothing but facts out of here. Now let's give another shout out to all the people who were bringing you what the developers were saying and not what the fanboys were saying. That's people like let's just name them all: Foxy Games UK, BitCloud, um, Sick Humor, King Thrash, myself. Marlin Gaming Nation. Marlin has a little more speculation than I do, but again, today we're going to allow the speculation. Mystic. These are guys that I watch. I try to watch this guy. I think it's TSM something. It's something weird like that. Um, so, um, but that's it. I mean, I don't. That's pretty much who I listen to. Because again, you can go get your information on Forbes, Bloomberg. I use a lot of WCCF Tech. Again, their stuff's already sourced for me. So what's going on, Cyber Dragon? Um, so yeah, I mean, again, Game Over HD. What's happening, brother? Says he would just. I like to say the ones that believe Xbox and reported news on PlayStation News is credible. Yeah, none of their. I don't listen to those guys' channels anymore. I used to. As when I stopped listening to them, it just you could just tell they were just reaching for any bit of information they could get. So, but shout out to everybody. I mean, people ripped into and shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. Hip hop people ripped into Hip Hop Gamer. The bottom line is that a lot of the stuff he was talking about is been patented. Now, let's make this clear. Just because something is patented doesn't mean it's going to be used. It just means that the process to make it work, that's what's been patented. There's your differences, okay? Patents are just things that if you have a I don't know. A lot of you all use your phones in your car. See, I don't. But if you use your phone in your car, you set your phone up. There's this new device out that if you wave your hand in front of it, the device will open, and then you put your phone in it, and the device closes so that your hand it's hands free. And that has to be patented. The process has to be patented. Now, this doesn't mean that the patent will ever come to light, but it did. They actually went out and he found somebody to make it for him. Ah, yes, King Thrash. I'm giving credit to everybody now. Let's not let's not be ornery when we won. Okay, everybody gets a piece of pie here. And for today. Shout out to Porter Rock 77. I think Lincoln Clay calls him the king of common sense. And Porter Rock, again, always comes out with very informative videos. 60 frames, no lag. I was hoping that he'd do it today because I'm off today. I was at work last weekend. Who knows? Maybe I can get in touch with him, see if he can pull one together. But I never thought if you had told me seriously, if you had told me when I was playing Halo 1, 2, and 3 that I would have Oh, I got you, brother King. I got you, King Thrash. I got you, brother. And yeah, King Thrash, man, he sat up there and had those idiots go on his podcast and he walked them right into a trap. Okay, it's like the Emperor in Return of the Jedi when he let the Bothans steal the plans to the Death Star, and the Bothans thought they'd done something, and it's like the Emperor did that all along. He let you steal it, and King Thrash and them went in there and let guys like Post Up and D-Batch and Tim Dog just walk right into a trap, and that's why you don't. They're not saying nothing on Twitter anymore. You do not see them saying anything anymore. So, What's going on, PUG? Hit that like button. If you want to support the podcast, hit the Cash App or something like that. Do that. But we got a new member today. Shout out to the newest member. And yeah, we're loving it here today. Loving it all the way. So, but what do you all think is going to happen next generation? Because you all have been right about everything. If you all don't know that, what do you? We know that the PlayStation there's another developer, small indie developer. I think they make a game called Haven. They want to try to use 120 FPS on PS5. Okay, I'm really hoping that uh-oh, is my stream messing up? My stream is dying. No. Hmm. There we go. But that says I'm in good graces right now. That's why I go early as well. Yeah, I'm hoping to get the X570 motherboard. I'm gonna order it from Amazon. Let's see here. I want to say I'm gonna order it on the 11th. I'm looking at the wrong date. That's the whole thing. I am looking at the wrong freaking day. So I'm looking at July still, and it's August. So, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. You're over here playing games, all y'all over here in the pony therapy session. Well, we're winning. Yeah, I'm gonna play today. I mean, I'm up early. I've already gone to the grocery store. So it's game day heavy for me. I gotta hook up my cable though. So I think the cable box is here, but I gotta hook it up. So I'll be doing that later on today too, probably about 2 o'clock. But yeah, I'm gonna get my gaming in after this podcast here. But what is going on down under JP Loco? How is the weather down there? So says Nintendo will release a 13 teraflop beast. Now I put a to all the members out here. Which X57 am I getting? Let me look here. I believe it was the oh man, now I can't remember what it was. Let me look it up here. I can look real quick. Let's go to Amazon here. I can go to my cart. Let's see here. In my cart, it has okay, I have the Asus Prime X570P Ryzen 3 AM4 with PCIe General Gen 4 dual M.2, whatever that means, HDMI, SATA 6 gigabytes, USB 3.2 Gen 2 ATX motherboard, and it will host both a 2700 and the 3000 series. So it has actually decreased 10 cents. So yep, that's what I'm getting. I was gonna get the Asus Tough 450, but it's no longer available. So that's what I'm getting. So that's my that is a birthday gift. I hope. Shout out to everybody that wants to donate for my birthday. But that's what I'm looking to get. So JP Logo is playing all humans. All right, to destroy all humans. Nothing wrong with that. So Corey Massey's on Neo too. Yeah, I mean that's a requirement. You got to put down what you're playing. Ice Queen said it's sunny in the UK today. I am. It's cloudy where I am, but I'm in the house all day. The maximum one says that's the same one he just ordered. M2 is for NVIDIA. All right. Well, I've got a what's the name of that thing? An SSD. I have a Samsung SSD. So I certainly hope it fits. Paul G's playing Ace Combat. I don't know if you all see. I think the Flight Sim game that's coming out this month. I get to say this month. The Flight Sim game that comes out this month is. I think it's going to support VR. Lincoln Clay, maybe you could check that out for me. So the Alamo, yeah, the Alamo, I believe, is in Texas. Somebody else playing Yakuza Kiwami 2 after playing Ghost. Oh, you Platinum Ghost. Wow, I barely even started playing that. So, but yeah, wow, man. Shout out to all you guys who've already Platinum. Man, oh man, you all are. You all are really gaming. Yeah, I've been working, so it's hard for me to play that. So, mm, mm. But yeah. So what are you all expecting next generation? Um, Shout out to Hip Hop Gamer. He went into a little bit more about the DLSS yesterday on Big Cloud's podcast. Again, you got to remember AMD is not NVIDIA, and you have to remember that AMD will have a version of the deep learning thing, but it won't be called that. They'll have to call it something else. But it certainly looks like, now, according to Hip Hop Gamer, and if I understood him, they're going to be able to take this, whatever this new technique is. Because remember, they got to develop all these new techniques. Um, the AI and stuff like that. He's right about that in the Sony televisions, by the way, if you didn't know. Um, that that looks like that may be the way they're able to do a boost on some of these games, as just the checkerboarding and stuff like that. That's over. That is over. They'll be able to do different. Like I said, they'll have a different kind of techniques. So, um, yeah. See, I now what do you have to do to platinum? Do you have to like find a bunch of stuff? I mean, again, I haven't. I got a gold trophy on The Last of Us Part 1 or Part 2. Is that good? I don't know if that's good or not. It just at the end of it, it popped up a gold trophy. So, you know. PUG says he expected Xbox Series X and S to have created the brute throughout the generation. Okay, fair enough. Um, no, he said he's at home playing The Last of Us and Ghost of Tsushima back to back. Yeah, I think for one thing, after playing Last of Us Part 2, I just need to kind of. I mean, I was there. I thoroughly enjoyed that game. I didn't realize how much I enjoyed it until after like not playing it for like a week. I'm like, man, that game was real good. So Corey Massey says he expects Sony to keep bringing the fire games into this generation. That's fine, but what do you expect from those games? What do you think? What do you all think about the Xbox community at this point being in full retreat mode? I'd like to see King Thrash do a video on that. So hopefully he wakes up and he decides to drop a video. So and I agree with what Sick Humor was saying yesterday about taking back the narrative. I disagree with him on Sony's direction. I personally, and again, this is just my personal thing, I don't have an issue with Sony's direction, like at all. Um, I don't want to see Sony put games day and date on PC. I don't think they're going to do it. So that's it. So I never think that does devalue your console or your hardware that you're pushing when you're going to put stuff out day and date somewhere else. I compare it to an ice cream truck. If I have an ice cream truck and I've got 20 flavors of ice cream in there, and King Thrash says I got a couple corner stores. Let's put your ice cream in my corner stores, and then I put all my ice cream in there. My truck gets devalued. Now, what I could do is I could put a King Thrash as those corner stores, and let's just say I had 5 flavors of ice cream that did not sell very well. That's what I would put in King Thrash's stores. Seriously, that's what I would do. So, because that helps, because in order for you to, in order for me to keep value on my truck and keep you coming back to my ice cream truck, I got to keep those flavors that you all like. And I can say, well, um, my 5 flavors that didn't sell well will be in this store, and I'll give you a small like shot glass of free ice cream like that. It's the way you do it. As far as Microsoft is concerned, what I'm thinking is that again, we got confirmation that Xbox had tried to offered Game Pass to Sony and Nintendo. Now both of them turned it down. That doesn't mean they're not going to try again, and I've got it on good word that they're going to try again. So, and I think in the next 2 to 3 years, Game Pass, as I said before, will be on PlayStation. Hmm. Ah. Nick says they can go off in the wood. Oh, that's fine. That is fine. All right. So then what do you expect for your games next generation? Please don't say offer me 60 frames per second. Okay. I mean, I guess you can at this point because it certainly looks like that's happening. The only game I've seen come out confirmed 30 FPS, um, built ground up for next gen is the medium. Can somebody else name me a game that's going to be 30 that's built ground up for next generation? So um, Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition on PC. I already got that on PlayStation. I've had it for 2 years, so I certainly hope people enjoy it. Sony putting PS4 games on PC is a brilliant idea. They are charging PC gamers $50. I didn't know that. Yeah, and I expect them because Sean Layton said they would put that stuff there. Um, let's see here. Let me bring up my super chat guy. This looks like something here. I still need. Hey, if somebody can do a video, I don't know, Fatal Charades out there, do a video because for some reason the URLs that I'm using are not working. So they're not working. But shout out to T Easy 83. Says he would send more, but he needs his Henny for his gaming today. Now you're talking, brother. Now you're talking. Hey, with $10, man. Hey, now my motherboard is only $167. You see what I'm saying? That's the way I look at it. So he wants more double and triple A games. What kind of double A games are you talking about? Did you all know is that Kenna? Am I saying that right? Kenu and the Bridges of the Lost Spirits. That's a double A game. But again, it's just I'm not knocking it. I'm just saying that is a double A game. But I appreciate the $10 holla, brother. Don't worry about that. All is welcome. Like I said, that new motherboard. Now I'm down to. I need to put that up there. My motherboard is down to 167. Now remember, I'm going to pay. Actually, it's $67 because I'm paying the 100. But if anybody wants to donate to that, the target is $67. So quality games must continue. It sounds like they're going to go quality, not quantity. So you all need to understand that. So you're going to have a lot of games that you maybe never heard of, and you're going to probably be dependent on a lot of your older games. So again, I mean, if their sampling does what Hip Hop Gamer was saying, and Hip Hop Gamer is connected. That's what he was trying to say to people yesterday. He was like, "Man, look, I've talked to this person. I've been able to talk to Kojima. I've been able, and that interview with Kojima Productions was great, by the way. But when you have somebody with getting that kind of access, he probably got inside information. So I'm just letting you all. That's kind of the way this works. And Mario Heat says he's hoping for HDR. And yeah, that's not going anywhere. Will come out in full 4. Really? And 2.1 can be implemented. 2.1 will be implemented in gaming. Don't worry about that. So yeah, that's good. Kenny looks like a quality double A game. Yeah, it is. I'm not here to say that it's not going to be a good game. I'm just letting people know. Game Over HD, double dip. He's playing Cuphead, Last of Us Part 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Bayonetta Vanquished, and a little bit of time he did Orpheus on his backlog. Yeah, I understand that. So, well, I mean, those are good expectations. So you want more quality. You want the same quality. Okay, fair enough. What games are you looking forward to for PlayStation? Okay. What games are you looking forward to that have been announced? Let's not, and also let's clear up this August 6th state of play. Sony has never announced anything for August. What I got told was that after the horrible Microsoft thing, that they decided not to do an August event. That's what I was told. Now that could change on Monday. But we got to be honest here, and we have to understand. We got to put out the right information. Right now, Sony has not said anything. I mean, they haven't said anything about an August event. Okay? So what's going on, D. Floyd? Good morning. So PUG channel, Hip Hop Gamer probably has talked to, possibly he may have. He didn't say that, but it's I mean, you guys, you got to use common sense. If you're able to get that kind of access to Sony's production teams and things like that, you probably got a lot of inside baseball that he can't tell us. Okay. Eric's talking about Bug Snacks. I guess you're gonna get that day and day. The Spider-Man game, Don says, and Horizon Zero Dawn. Yeah, yeah, I'm buying both those if I can get my hands on a PS5. Again, they're going to be very difficult to get. Let me make that clear. They're going to be very, yeah, Gran Turismo 7, I'm buying. Absolutely, I'm buying. So, Dribble Piss says, Bug Snacks Day 1. Oh, man. So yeah, there's a lot of people going to be talking about Bug Snacks. So that song did its job. Their marketing did its job. So um, let's say, do I know Gaming Forte? I mean I've been on a couple podcasts with him. He's a cool guy. I like him. I like Gaming Forte. So I mean I disagree with him respectfully on some points, but it's not like I mean he's a good guy. He's a good dude. So I don't have a problem with anybody in the Xbox community. It's just some of those guys are moist. Okay, some of those guys are moist. I mean, I'm talking about butter biscuits. They like they butter biscuits. And but yeah, yeah, it doesn't mean they're bad guys. It just means they're moist. So so This is yeah. The Sony just need to put the nail in the price. Yeah, and now what do you got? Again, yeah, put that down there. What do you all think the price will be? I mean, it's fine. I mean, we're talking the games here. We're talking about the PlayStation. It's fine. Nobody's going to say, "Well, you said this." Those guys are gone. I mean, they're talking about Grounded being played on Twitch. It's like, what the hell are you talking about? So, I mean, Grounded on Twitch. Users like, oh, this many people are playing the game. I mean, so what? The game's trash. Nick says $3.99. Is that for the digital model or is that for the disc model? Which one? So, how many did sell? I don't know, Don P. I don't know. Sale Match says $4.99, $3.99. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't shock me. Wouldn't shock me if it was $4.99. JP Local says he wants Resistance to come back, as well as some more platformers like Ape Escape, Sly Cooper, Jack and Dexter, plus some kart racers like Little Big Planet Karting and Mod Nation. Oh, okay. That's a good list. I like that list. That's what I'm talking about right there. Played Grounded, it was horrible. Can't believe they actually selling this unfinished product. Again, you got to understand what Game Pass is, and it is a gateway for people. I mean, if you are a small gaming studio, putting your game in Game Pass may work for you. I'm not here to say it won't, but that thing is not. And the way they're going to increase value is putting AAA games in there day and date. That's how they're doing it. It says Horizon Zero Dawn is trending #1 on Steam for almost a month. I don't know what that means. You think Horizon Zero Dawn is the start at this point? PS4 games are going to go be last generation in 3 months. Yeah, I mean, again, I think Sean Layton said that, and I expect some older people. I mean, a game like Infamous Second Son, that game came out in 2014. I mean, you can put that game on PC. So Series X is $5.99. Oh, that's a little ouch. That's an ouch right there. $5.99. So you want to see how the streaming tech Sony is working on is going to affect PlayStation Now? Yeah, that's a good point. I thought PS Now was supported by Azure, but we'll have to wait and see how that goes. So it's a good point. Mm. So, um, so yeah, like I said, the games I'm looking forward to is the new Horizon game, Gran Turismo, um, that game where the astronaut was walking around with that little girl, that game, and and of course the Spider-Man game. It goes without saying. So, you got to understand, Spider-Man exists in two worlds. That video game is talked about in the comic book community too. That's a huge online community. It is huge. They're gonna be trying to get the PS5 as well. So, oh, PS Now uses AWS. Ugh, didn't know that. Ugh. Oh, no wonder I'm having issues. I mean, I want the PS Now games that I have to stream to be downloadable. I don't know why that's a problem. I can't play Metal Gear Guns of the Patriots at all. It says I have to stream it to PC, which I don't want to. So I want to just let me download it. They got to improve that. So you're figuring, all right, Pub says that it's going to release between the 2nd and the 13th of this year. Okay, fair enough. That's fine. When do you think it goes on sale? If they're going to release it in November, they're going to have to come out with a price at some point. So I think at this point, Sony is going to have to say something by mid-August because there's no reason to hold back. Microsoft's conference was straight up trash. Now, let me make this clear. Microsoft is doing another deep dive. I think on the 24th or 25th. It's something like that. It's one of the last weeks in August. I think that's when they announced the price of the Series X. But it's at some big tech dive. So shout out to Danny Ruiz. He says that who's worse, the DC or Xbox community? By far, look, the same thing that just happened to the Xbox community, which you're seeing happen in real time, happened to the DC community. I mean, after Justice League came out and it bombed, and John Campea and Grace Randolph all had breaking news stories on how bad that movie was doing. They finally just shut up and they tucked tail and they beat feet and they left. And that's what's happened to the Xbox community. Shout out to Danny for the $2 though. Appreciate you, brother. See, now my motherboard is $65, people. Let's keep it going now. I love it. We'll get it for my birthday. So it says here that let's see here. I love it. We're about 60 bucks away, give or take. Tinker says that Sony better commit to back compat next gen. We don't need any more remasters. I think you're going to have some backwards compatibility. I think they've already said it, so I wouldn't worry about that. But again, for me personally, backwards compatibility is the icing on the cake. It is the cherry on top of the ice cream. You know, it's that shot of Fireball. You know, it's not needed, but you just take it for the hell of it. So, let's see. Says, yeah, JP Local says Sony did great this gen, but they also played it safe because of the mistakes made last gen. Sony needs to step it up a notch, try new things, FPS, racers. I agree with the racers, but that's mostly covered by third party. I mean, you've got Dirt, you've got Need for Speed, you've got it's third party. They got their own Gran Turismo Sport. So, yeah, but I understand that. Yeah, fighting games, I thought it seemed like there was a new fighting game coming out every month, but all right. So, again, Horizon Zero Dawn is #1 pre-order game on Steam. It means PC gamers are... Yeah, I know they're paying... Yeah, they're paying... I didn't know it was $50, though, but dang on, it's a good point. Says I can stream on PS4, you just can't download it because it's a PS3 game. Well, that's trash. I don't want to stream it. That's my point. I don't want to stream it. I want to download it. So hopefully, again, they fix that. Hopefully they fix that. I guess you also saw the leak that they were going to put movies on PS Now. I don't know if you all saw that or not. So we'll have to wait and see if that comes out. That would be cool. So, yeah. All right. Super Lumen Hyena. How are you doing, young man? Appreciate the support. Appreciate you, brother. Just curious on what this is from Lone to Wonder. Just curious on what they take away from the collaboration with Microsoft and how they can make it their own. If it's a collaboration, then it won't ever be their own. Remember, it's a collaboration. August 17th, right? For what? What is August 17th? That's not my birthday. You're a little bit off. Few more numbers there. So we've seen Sea of Thieves manage to get on top of the chart for Steam. There's honestly no clear requirements for the game to go so high on iOS, but it's definitely a start. Well, again, I just think they being Sony has already clarified that Horizon Zero Dawn is just whatever they're looking. I think they're looking at the Decima engine on PC. Okay, I think that could be part of it because again, they want to sell the Decima engine to develop to other people, just like Epic sells Unreal to everybody. Okay, everybody can develop with Epic with the Unreal store. A little more nectar. Ah. But yeah, you got the same people talking about 52 CUs. They're not doing that anymore. I don't know if you all noticed that or not. Um, I don't know, the Almighty Spartan God. Have you noticed that? You don't hear any more spec talk anymore ever since the games came out. And people are saying that to them. Don't say anything about specs. We've seen your games and they're trash. That's it. And that's the best way to say it to them. DC is in turmoil. They got the kid from Twilight playing Batman, and well, that's Warner Brothers, and we'll have to wait and see. Look, I thought the movie Joker was going to be trash, but hey, I was wrong about that. That was an outstanding movie. Wow. Hmm. The REC, what's going on, brother? You are gray. Why are you gray? That's odd. Okay, so somebody's putting something about the Marvel. So you reserved Dirt 5 yesterday and switched your Marvel Avengers to the Deluxe Edition. All right, so I can get it. All right, so yeah, that's what I'm going to do too. But I am not, I don't want to, my GameStop doesn't open till noon, and I usually walk. I walk, it's almost a 2 mile walk there and back. So I might do that today. But it looks like it's going to rain. So I'm trying to see if I can get a ride up there. Um, let's see here. Um, oh, JP Loco says you mean Sony directly, like Resistance Mod? Yeah, and their own fighting game like Street Fighter and just well, remember Street Fighter is not theirs. That's I thought that was Capcom on Street Fighter. Injustice. Oh, you want a game like that, like their own version of that? Oh, okay, yeah, that's fine too. I get you. I understand now. I got you. So. So Sony essentially getting a second release of Horizon Zero Dawn on PC. Yeah, and that's my whole point is that look, the Horizon Zero Dawn Complete Edition on I bought that like I beat Horizon Zero Dawn, then I went back and I got the Complete Edition for like $19 at Best Buy. So I'm not I mean that was 2 years ago I bought that. So what's going on? What's the Xbox mascot? Yeah, that's exactly what I am. So yeah, I know. You're supposed to be blue. I thought you were a member. You were supposed to be green. But yeah, there we go. I didn't realize that. There you go. You should now be blue. Type something else in. So you blame Kojima for starting a PC port. That was not up to Kojima. Okay. So that was just part of the deal. You know. Mm. They don't own Kojima Studios. I was hoping that somebody would have asked Hip Hop Gamer that yesterday, but I don't know if anybody did or not. So because that he did say my understanding is he said a while back that Sony did own Kojima Productions, but again, I could have misunderstood him, which is very possible. So True Virgil, what's up? Another member, how are you doing? Says after building an ark to escape the Halo flood. I'm buying Halo. I am buying that. Again, I will get if Xbox releases the what's the name of that thing? The Lockhart next, I'm buying it. And I will buy Xbox games on there. So hey, Brute came down with leprosy. Oh, you're terrible. Oh, what's up there, the Almighty Spartan God with the $4.99? Appreciate it. So isn't it funny? Kind of ironic. Craig said he is the Messiah of Xbox and the Xbox flagship IP. There's a brute. Yeah, there you go. There you go. You're exactly right about that. So that's not ironic. It's the will of the gods. As I said, it's the will of the gods. So oh, Dribble Piss with the $2. Is that sterling? I appreciate it, brother. £2. That's right. £2. 2 fist pounds. So But yeah, I mean, again, Craig destroyed Halo. I mean, look, look. They can say everything they want to about the Halo meme. The fact is, they did not put that game out so that people would mock it. So that's where the damage control was coming in. So, mm. I mean, you don't show new pro. And remember, that game wasn't being shown on Xbox, it was being shown on PC. My personal belief about the Series X, again, I got no inside baseball. This is just a personal belief, um, is that they are actually going to change the specs of the Xbox. I think they're going to put in some more compute units, and I think they're going to clock the GPU higher, whatever that means. That's what I think they're going to do because they've been getting killed in the press by Sony's clock speeds. So, oh, what's up, Trey BK? How are you doing? And everybody, guess what? We are down to an almost $60 for the what's the name of that thing? For that motherboard. So shout out to everybody. Mega Davo, what's happening, brother? Shout out to you for supporting the channel, man. I do appreciate it. So I did not see you sneak in there. So for the game I paid $20 for, yeah, is $50 on Steam. Yeah, no, you're right about that. I mean, I'm not. You're right. You're right about that. Mm. And it's the end of my cup. Lincoln Clay says the whole thing just clicked about Microsoft eliminating Xbox Live. Yeah, that wouldn't shock me if they did because they. Well, here's the amazing thing: is that people mock Sony for having free-to-play multiplayer stuff last generation, and people on the Xbox were happy to pay for it. Now it's just like that's what I'm saying. It's just the hypocrisy is just it's just like unfeathered hypocrisy at this point. So just it is what it is. So Lincoln, have you heard about the flight sim game possibly being I was about to say free to play, possibly being virtual reality? I thought it was VR, but I have not been able to look at it. So YouTube take their cut of the super chat. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right. So JP Local says to read his last comment. You have to address it to me. I did not see that. I just said sup, Trey BK. That's your last comment. That's what I see. Let me roll down here. Yeah, it says sup. That was the last one. So, yeah, Lincoln Clay, the ageless wonder. So, well, again, on my understanding of those games that are going to be on the PS5 is that they're going to get some kind of boost. And then now Sony's not come out and said what kind of boost they're going to get. Yeah, make sure you have your classic games, your Uncharted, your Spider-Man, your Horizon Zero Dawn. They're going to get some kind of boost or boat, whatever you want to call it. So Last of Us Part 1 and 2. So we'll have to wait and see. Flight Sim shows how a game can look when it's not bound to low specs. Halo's, yeah. The Flight Sim game looks fantastic. But again, we've been looking at that for months, right? I've been saying to people, man, when this game is done, it's going to be one of the best looking games ever. I said that months ago, and it is. Even White Zaddy said that. You know, don't take it with Zaddy. Zaddy Flight said that the Flight Sim game was a new benchmark, but understand the screenshots that you are seeing from that Flight Sim game, you have like an i9 or an i7 CPU, and you got a 2080 on the GPU. So just so you know that, all right? I don't want to hear people say, I can't run this. We looked at those specs. I'm like, my God, no wonder it looks like this. I mean, you need a high-end rig to play this game. I mean, I'm talking high-end. They are saying to get a 2080, not a 2060 or 2070, but a 2080 so you can see all those beautiful screenshots that we've seen. So, yeah. So isn't free to play on Xbox an oxymoron because you have to pay to play? Yeah, I think shout out to J Dub City said that. You know, how is it free to play when it's behind a paywall? Yeah, I agree with that. So they're gonna have to get rid of their paywall. I mean, that's all I can say at this point. They are gonna have to get rid of their paywall because people are paying for games on there that they don't have to on Nintendo and I guess the PlayStation. So, and again, let me make this clear. I don't care about free to play games. I mean, a game like Rocket League and Fortnite, free to play. I understand that. It makes sense. Those are smaller games. But man, Halo multiplayer going free to play, that's something else, man. That just really goes to show you, and shout out to Decrap Gamer, because like he said it before, Sony and Microsoft are going in two totally opposite directions on what they think is going to be successful. Now, I think there's enough room for everybody to eat at the table. That's my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. It may only be one person at that table when this is all said and done. So, no, I don't think Sony is going to rely on remasters next gen. Also, what do you all think before we get out of here? What do you all think about? And I put this out to the members. What do you all think about the a PS5 Pro? Allegedly, something else has been patented. Again, just because something's patented doesn't mean it's going to be used. But what do you all think about the possibility of a PS5 Pro? Okay, I'm just asking. I'm not saying that there's going to be one. I am simply saying that it's been patented. Okay, it has been patented. So, and allegedly, it's about 12.8 to 13 T flops. It's what I've been told. So, um, so you want to get more everyone to use Streamlabs to donate to get more of that dollar. Okay, I didn't know that. So I guess you can use. I mean, I don't even know how to. That's right. I got to go in there and set that up. That's right. I was just using the super chat, but yeah, I appreciate that. So I'll try to set that up. So the Almighty Spartan God says Sony putting a GPU into the cloud and software updating their current console. The PS4, I'm not for sure. Do not have any information on that. Ice Queen, yeah, I saw your new Twitter handle. I appreciate that. So PS5 Pro going to look like. Well, I'm just saying. I mean, again, I'm not saying there's going to be one. I'm saying that they patented a process to make a PS5 Pro or another another PlayStation. Maybe that's PS6. I don't know. PS6. I don't know. I'm not saying it is. So the PS5. Um, are they going to like change the clock speeds or anything like that? Maybe. Shout out to Moore's Law is dead. He said they could possibly go to 40 CUs, whatever that means. Um, I don't. Right now, 36 is the minimum that they need, so they will always be at 36. He was just saying they could change it, and something they could change the memory bandwidth or something like that. Again, that's why I don't think there's been a price on either one of them. But the reason why I think the Xbox hasn't shown gameplay is because I don't think they've made a final decision on the specs. I think they're going to change the specs. So, but again, they haven't announced them. They've announced some general specs, but they can increase the bandwidth. They can increase the clock. They can. So there's enough room there to increase the clock. So they may be doing that. That's what I think they're doing. But we'll have to wait and see. So, so T Easy 83. Also, another thing I'm looking forward to next generation is the better sound. You all have not put the sound quality. Remember that's something new. Spatial sound, the hepatic feedback. Shout out to you. So, Spartan God says clock speeds are always the main reason for an upgrade. The CPU was changed architecture wise. I agree. Yeah. Again, they may both change clock speeds. Sony's, you got to remember, Mark Cerny said, I think in his breakdown, that they had to slow the PlayStation 5 down so it can actually do things faster. So we'll have to wait and see how they do it. You would like the PS4 Pro to be a double deluxe. Yeah, that's what it looks like right now. It looks like a George Foreman grill. No need for the PS5 Pro. Just increase Tempest engine processing power. Well, like I said, they may be doing that right now. for all we know. They may look, both Sony and Microsoft could come out and say, Microsoft could come out and say we've gone from 52 CUs to 56. Sony could say we went from 36. Remember, the retail unit is about to come out next week. That's when your retail unit comes out. So, and the developers get their hands on the retail unit. The retail unit is the final unit. And then those same developers will put their games on the retail unit. And then we'll see them running on retail. Then Sony will come out and say, here's games running on the PS5 that will be in stores. I think they'll do it like that. Here's games that we're going to show you are going to be running on a PS5. And then at the end of the press conference, they'll say, thank you for watching the press conference. The games you saw were all running on PS5. They will be available this day for this amount of money in the story. So it says Sony is not increasing clock speeds and memory bandwidth to 5. Well, again, you got to understand that they might, they can do it. Don't say that they won't do it. They may not do it at all. So they don't need to bump up the Series X specs. Again, they need to do something different because they're getting killed in the press over their speed of that console. Now, let me make this clear. They may not be doing nothing. They may not be doing nothing, but we don't have a retail unit out on either one. So who's to say they're not changing it? And also, Spartan God, Microsoft has not shown any gameplay on that console. They've shown none. Okay, they've had two cracks at that nut, and they haven't busted it yet. So the question is, why are they not showing games running on that console? I've been asked that question multiple times. My hypothesis is that they are going to increase some stuff on that console. So, but that's just my hypothesis. So, yeah, that Nightbot's out here and it's kicking ass and taking names. So, and change what? Like I said, they could add more compute units. They could change the memory or the clock speed. I mean, again, I mean, the system is, as you said, it's strong. Okay, we saw it. We haven't. I can't even say. How do we know that? We haven't seen any games running on it yet. You think it's too late in the game for spec changes? Again, remember they haven't manufactured the final retail stuff yet. They literally are going to start doing that, I think, next week. So the PS5 is too fast. Well, again, Sir X Sandman, that was not on the Series X. That's my point. I mean, we're kind of talking about semantics here. Xbox has not shown any games running on the Series X, and my personal hypothesis is that they don't have anything the system's not ready yet. The retail system's not ready yet. They still are making changes. So Ankador is right. He says everybody came here from Mass Effect. All hell Mass Effect. So a lot of games Microsoft showed us. Yeah, both of them. You're right about that. They both shown games in early development. Although 343 did confirm the Halo game we saw was a recent build. It was like, what, 2 weeks old or something like that? The game looked like trash. I mean, so it looked like trash. So, so that's just all I can say. He said they could change just the bandwidth speed. I think that's what Moore's Law was saying, is they could change the bandwidth speed. So the CPU could be bumped to 3.6. Yeah, he did say that. He did say that. He did say they could possibly push the CPU to 3.6 and or change the bandwidth speed. That's what I said earlier. So it's like talking to you. It's like talking to Thor in Infinity War when that guy said, you're about to take the full force of a star. It can kill you. And Thor said, only if I die. And that dude was like, yes, that's what killing you means. So you can't add a compute unit if you're producing consoles. Again, Corey, they have not started producing retail units yet, okay? So they can increase it. And we don't have a release date. So maybe, my whole point is that the retail units may have some different things in them than what we've been told. That's it. So No, Andre Clay, we're not. I said what I asked them what they thought about the PS5 Pro allegedly being patented, and everybody's just like, whatever. Matter of fact, the members all had a question that they should have answered. It was a poll that said, "Do you remember the question? What was it? Do you think Do you think PlayStation should release a PS5 Pro?" And they all pretty much said no. So I think everybody's in agreement. Um, I do know that if the PS5, if they do come out with a quote unquote Pro, it's going to be about 13 T flops. But I mean, God, I mean, that's something that is speculation, and that is something that wouldn't happen to 2026. So good grief. I mean, like a friend of mine said, 2026, he'll be 47 years old. He is not going to care about the whole console thing anymore. So don't, what's that? Don't disrespect. So he went missing after the Xbox show. That's not true. Andre Clay did come out and say he was disappointed in the show. So that's, but as far as, yeah, the other stuff, yeah, he's not really saying a whole lot anymore. But guess what? He, like most of them, have walked away. It's over. It is done. Um, just hit me up on direct message me, the Almighty Spartan God. So I'll let you know. No, it's neither one of those days. So, but yeah, the show was underwhelming. I'm not the show. I mean, it was trash, but I'll just say it was underwhelming. With that said, they did not show games running on Series X. That to me is problematic. Okay, but that leads me to believe they're making some changes into the Series X, which could be good. I don't know. Said it wasn't trash. Again, that's subjective. In my opinion, it was trash. Okay, disappointing, underwhelming, trash, whatever. I mean, it was bad. It wasn't what people thought it was going to be. So, are they finished or are they done? Means the same thing, doesn't it? So, the fact of the matter is, we don't know what the final retail units are going to be. We don't. So they can increase something, they can decrease something. It's did you all know? I mean, Sony already put out that the DualSense controller could have came out in 2016. I don't know if you all know that or not. So, yeah, Chili Hog is right. It's problematic in my opinion. The game's not running on. Yeah, that was terrible. And if you're going to put out that this is what the Series X is going to be like, that's fine. But forget about the graphics. You see the pop in? Forget about the graphics. Throw everything out. Again, the pop in was terrible. And you were just bragging about velocity architecture and all that kind of stuff. Again, there's nothing wrong with the Series X, but it's not as technically sound a console as the PlayStation 5. Okay, it's they're gonna brute force everything, and that's what Microsoft does. And I'm not downing it. That's what they want to do, and that's perfectly fine. So yeah, 12 T flops of Poppy, and yeah, I mean again, I don't look Lisa. If I was Lisa Sue, I would have killed somebody. Like, man, you showing this stuff running on our hardware, and it looks like this trash. So. Well, the PC hardware, again, Mr. Clay, is based on Navi architecture, and it's allegedly it was close to the specs of the Series X. That's according to Microsoft. So it was trash. It was poppy in. The games didn't look that good. I'm buying the medium on PC so I can run it at 60 frames a second. So I'm fine with what they showed. Okay, they didn't show Gears Tactics. They did not, and they can show this later on. But they didn't show Gears Tactics. The Flight Sim game comes out in like 3 more weeks. Where the hell was that at? So it's just stuff like that. It was again, it was underwhelming. It was problematic. But a lot of people. I get information too. Marlon Gaming Nation's right. I got people saying, yeah, they're not buying a Series X now because of what they saw. So I mean, again, I'm going to buy a Lockhart, so it doesn't matter to me. Hit that like button, people. Pound it away. I'm about to get on out of here. Are there any more questions about it? With Halo Infinite going to be on Game Pass. Yeah, there you go. And Chili Hall, you made a very good point. They think because everything's on Game Pass, it's okay for it to come out incomplete and trash. And that's just where we are now. That's why I said the console war is over. It's done. If you're going to be talking about incomplete games, it's okay because that's like saying, well, my wife cheated on me, but we just got married 3 years ago, so it's okay. You know, it's just trash. So correct, Ice Queen. All the pop in, it makes you wonder if that Halo Infinite demo was running on a PC with the. Well, again, Taras is great. It was running on PC, but I don't know about the SSD and all that stuff. I just know it was problematic. What's problematic is that Microsoft hasn't shown anything running on the Series X. That's problematic. So I mean, maybe there's a good reason for it. I'm not going to knock it. Like I said, I'm buying the lot card. I'm not buying Series X because they don't care if I buy one. It's like I said, it's like you open up a restaurant and then you say, well, I don't give a damn if people come here and eat. I mean, that's stupid. But they're more concerned with Game Pass, selling memberships in the Game Pass. That's what they are. That's cool. So, no, they're not out already. Um, yeah, they're the simps of gaming. So they're casuals. Only a casual cares. Um, only a casual cares. I mean, to me, if you get an incomplete product, I don't care what it is. That should be against the law. There should be laws against that stuff. So but that's my opinion. Again, I'm not buying a Series X. Now, I will look into it in 2 years after the console is ready to go. Once the games are ready to go. I mean, again, I'm not knocking it. It's not for me. It is not for me to buy it. So, you know. He said he actually had I think they have them. Okay. I just don't know why they're not using it to play to show their games. Like I said, it's problematic, man. I mean, but I'm not buying one. So the console war is over, Andre, simply because the Xbox community has totally retreated. This happened before a couple years ago when Justice League came out, and then the very next week Thor Ragnarok came out. Justice League bombed. Okay, you're talking about a movie that has Superman, Batman, and Wonder Woman in it. It bombed. All right, so so the people on Twitter that's doing all the caping and all that stuff, they're no longer doing that. They are not talking about specs anymore, which is fine. Okay, they're no longer talking about 52 CUs. They're not talking about 12 T flops. They're not doing that. Okay, they are talking about games being streamed on Twitch and how many users Xbox has. So that's a total. I'm closing it up here. That's a total flip. That's a 180 from where they were just 3 weeks ago. Now, the thing that changed the entire complexity of everything, the thing that changed it was the Unreal Game Engine demo on the PS5. Once Epic came out and ran that demo on the PS5, and that was true gameplay. Okay, there was no CGI there. Once that happened, the Xbox community they've been pulling back since then. They've been in defense mode. They're not going to admit it, but if you go back and you look at how things broke down, that's where everything changed. Was that a Thursday afternoon? That Thursday afternoon, or maybe it was a Tuesday. I don't know. That afternoon is when it happened. So, and everybody knows that. You track everything back to that afternoon. It was so bad for the Xbox community that they were calling Tim Sweeney a liar. I mean, I want you to ask yourself a question before you leave here today. How does that help anybody when you're just outright calling the people that create the stuff liars? How does that help anything? Okay, so again, Tim Sweeney does an interview in China, and then it gets translated. And because a lot of Chinese doesn't translate to English, they start saying, "Oh, Tim Sweeney's lying. It can do it. It can run." I mean, ever since that demo came out, all you heard is that demo can run on Series X, and people have said, "No, it can't run on Series X." That demo that we saw can't run on Series X. They don't process information fast enough. Now, could Epic build a demo, put it on the Unreal Engine, and then put it on Series X? Absolutely. But it cannot run that demo. And ever since then, they've been in defense mode. They are trying to defend themselves, and that was the end of it. And so they're talking about Twitch. They're talking about user engagements. They're talking about where games are trending on Steam. These are supposed to be console guys. Okay, they were just talking about 52 CUs and we're scared and PlayStation is weak. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Now you have all these things. You guys are saying that PlayStation didn't have machine learning. Unbeknownst to you, that the developer at EA already said it did over a year ago. Maybe again, you guys look stupid at this point. They look stupid. So it is what it is. So somebody said, or it can't run well on the Series. It can't run on Series X at all. Okay, it just can't. So, but again, that's where everything changed. You think the aggressive VRS is the cause of the pop-in? It could be, Corey. I'm not. You're right. That's a very good point. They don't understand VRS. All they cared about was the T-flop count and the CUs, because they don't understand the way the technology works. I will give Hip Hop Gamer credit. He was really trying to explain the way the technology is going to work. He even said the Horizon Zero Dawn, what we saw, it was actual game. That's the way the game looks. That's the way the game looks. So we'll have to wait and see. But he said he has seen it. It was his words. So y'all get mad at him. So yeah, they think Twitch views are equal to game sales, and they're not. It's crazy where we're at this point. This many people are watching the game. This many people, and I think, was it a Snow Bunny? She busted somebody's cheek saying that this guy literally was saying that he doesn't play and finish his own games. He can just watch them on YouTube. Here's the difference. Here's what I have determined. I'm going to get on off here because I want to play some games. The Xbox community is full of casual gamers. They're casual gamers. Okay, they want to get online and call in the B2 and get one man army and get, what's it called? Get 10,000 prestige. That's a casual gamer. That's what casual gamers do. So I'm gonna tell you all something that I was told at GameStop by the assistant manager. This guy came out and he was taking a smoke break, and we were all just outside talking. And he was like, man, look, if I want to go ahead and play online with my friends, just do some basic casual gaming, I'm going to play on Xbox because it's casual. If I want to hunker down and play some hardcore games, I'm going to play on PlayStation. So, and that's it, and play on PlayStation. That's it. So you have one community that is super casual, the Xbox guys, and you have one community that's super hardcore, that's the PlayStation guys, and that's why you've had your console war. Okay, that's why you've had it, because you have the casual gamers that want Sony to be more like Xbox, to be much more casual, and you have the PlayStation guys who want the Xbox to be much more hardcore. That's why people are mocking the games. Battletoads looks like trash. Trash. I saw it. I saw that game. It is trash. But what do you expect from a casual gaming company? That's what Microsoft is. It's a casual gaming company, and there's nothing wrong with that. They're passive, and Sony is aggressive. It's just the way it is, guys. So, and I've accepted it. I'm okay with it. I'm done arguing with people about it. I recommend to all of you all that, at this point, it's a hustle. I can speak for just as being a black man. When you find a way to make money, when you find another revenue stream, you're going to hustle on it. And it's very important for these guys to keep the console war going. But when you just look at the facts, okay, when you look at the fact that you have one group of people that is casually gaming, and you have another group that does it hardcore. Titanfall Princess is a hardcore gamer. I don't care that she's a woman. She's a hardcore gamer. She will be playing games constantly. Constantly pops up. Fighting games, fighting games, fighting games. Yeah, I play my games, Andre, but I work in the medical field, so we have a pandemic going on, and that's kind of important. We're putting our lives on the line so that your dumbass can play your games. So you need to remember that. So we're at work with friggin' smocks on and hot as hell. In these things, constantly having fans put on us because we're constantly hot. People are almost fainting, so that your dumbasses can go to the store and buy your games. So you need to show a little more respect, or one of these guys will boot you out of here. So, but at the end of the day, you're looking at a hustle. You're looking at the fact that you have casual gamers. It's just like, okay, look, how many of you all in your family have a religious aunt or uncle, and they're just hardcore to the bone? They go to church on Wednesday nights. They go to church on Saturday. They go to church on Sunday. Just hardcore. Okay, and then you have the casual people that go on Sunday. Okay, look at it like that. The Xbox gamers are Sunday gamers. The PlayStation gamers are the hardcore, and that's why. And the PC gamers are just, I mean, they're disgusting at this point. I mean, I'm so sick and tired of them begging for stuff. I mean, it's disgusting. So, how you still hiding in front of that camera right there? Because everybody knows. Well, if you are a member and you have a link to my gaming page, you know what I look like. Mm. So, yeah, they're the PC beggar race. So, it is what it is. Yeah. Don't ever question my gaming time again. Thank you, Corey Massey. So there's more important things to do when you guys are out there dying. I don't know if you know this about this pandemic, but the people that are recovering, their entire organ structure is changing. They're not reporting that, but it's you can find the information out there. I mean, you got people that are 25 years old, they get sick, they get over it, but it's like their organs are 45 to 50 years old, and they're going to end up dying younger. That's what's going to happen. A lot of you are going to die younger. So, but all right, guys, I am going to get on off here. Just remember, it's all about the games at this point. I agree with Sick. Got to change it. Got to quit talking about specs. Look, Sony, I get it. Sony hasn't released as much information as Microsoft, so when the specs come out, we'll talk about them. We will talk about them, but it's just in relation to what we can expect on it was for gaming. That's why I had a Captain Thug Nasty on, and I said, okay, if RDNA 3 is present in the PlayStation 5, how's that going to affect the gaming? What can we see? What's it going to do differently? So. Your sister got it. She's 21 and perfectly fine. Good. Then your sister is lucky. Okay. And I'm glad your sister's fine. I'm glad you did not get it. Okay. That's the main thing. So stop talking semantics. I can show you. I tell you what, go to Arizona. There's so many people dying in Arizona. They had to get refrigerator trucks. Okay. Because they ran out of spaces in the morgue. So, but I'm glad your sister and your family's okay. That's the main thing. All right, guys, we're going to get out here. I do have to go. I'm going to play Ghost of Tsushima, I think, and play some more games. I will talk to you all later. You all be blessed. You all take it easy. What else do you kids say? I think that's pretty much it. Stay blessed and all that stuff. I will see you around.